Hello again folks, this is Sula, and you're watching Let's Play Megaman X Part 5. In the last video, we went through the first level of Sigma's Fortress, and now we're going to pick up with, not surprisingly, the second level. So, let's keep going onwards. We've got some bats at the start, we've got another one of those ostriches, and we've got a little bit of a platforming section here. Nothing too difficult though. If by this point in time in the game, I don't think you'd have any trouble making those jumps on those little moving platforms. So more bats on the little vertical segment here, another ostrich, and I tried to get underneath that bat, but I unfortunately got hit. And we've got a little boss fight here already. And look who it is, it's Chill Penguin again. Of course, now I have a lot more weapons upgrades, I have a lot more life, so yeah, it's probably not a good situation for old Chill Penguin here. Chill Penguin's weak against the flamethrower, but I actually prefer using the regular weapon against him because the flamethrower, as you've probably seen in some of the other videos, has such a limited range. It means that you have to get right up next to him, and that can be trouble. So we'll just shoot him with our normal weapon, keep our distance. This guy is not hard, you saw me beat him when I had basically nothing in terms of items, so yeah. Now that we can charge all the way up and use that pink shot, he's not going to be a threat. And he likes to keep doing that ice shot at me, which means I have to stay out of the way. So just a few more hits now, and yep, that'll do it. Oh, and I dashed towards him, so you got the kind of the sweet frozen shot of X dashing towards him as he blasts Chill Penguin. Good stuff. All right, let's move on to bigger and better things. Oh, look, we've got another one of those mech things that Megaman can ride in. So let's use it. No reason not to, right? As long as I have this thing, I can't take any damage. Of course, the the mech itself will take damage, and eventually it will get destroyed if I take too many hits. But, you know, it's not too dangerous, and I could probably make it through this area without it, so, you know, no need to worry. I think one more of these guys, and, oh, look, right now, it's starting to flash. It's taking too much damage. What's going to happen? Waiting, and there it goes. A little bit anticlimactic, I think. So now we've got another vertical platforming section with guns that shoot at you, and here I'm trying to take the Storm Eagle's weapon so that I can kill guys above me. There it goes. Didn't do it all that well though. Yeah, that wasn't my best section, to be perfectly honest. I could have gotten through there without getting hit, but didn't do it. Sorry, not perfect all the time. Well, this looks familiar. Who do you think we might be facing here? And indeed, it's Storm Eagle again. Of course, this time I have Sting Chameleon's weapon, which is what he's weak against, so we're going to rely on that. You can see it takes out about 3 or 4 bits of his life bar each time I shoot it. Come on, dash from the left side. There we go. Every time he comes from that side, I can shoot him and get in an extra hit. So where is he? Oh, he's on that side. He's going to chuck his birds at us and go back up again. Just 2 more hits now, I think. And there I shot anticipating, and it didn't work the first time, but it did work the second time. Just guessed that he'll come down from that side and shoot away. So there goes Storm Eagle, and of course he didn't hit us any more than Chill Penguin did. Okay, moving on. I do like having the boss fight sort of split out in the level over the, you know, like the giant pod room that they have in a lot of the other Mega Man games where you just fight all the bosses at once. Here I could have just run into the boss's room, but I decide that I'll stop and try to get some power first, and I think I got a little bit. Okay, now we are actually at the end of the level. There's the actual stage boss here. This boss, his official name is Rangda Bangda. I think something may have gotten lost in the translation from the Japanese, but I tend to think of this boss as just the giant face on the wall. He will have his eyes come out and shoot at you, and so you know, you shoot back and try to blow up the eyes, and then periodically the walls will close in and the nose will start bouncing around, and you have to shoot the nose too. Those spikes at the bottom will kill you if you hit them, so you know, be careful, make sure that you don't fall off. This guy's actual shot is not very dangerous, so that's really the main way you're going to die, is to fall on the spikes. Right there, we blew up his right eye. Nice little effect of the eye exploding when it takes too much damage. So now, instead of before you saw the eyes were different colors, now that I killed one of the eyes, it'll be permanently red, I guess because the boss is angry or something. And Now I just have to shoot the left eye. Left eye is always a little bit more difficult to hit because it's, you know, closer to you. I guess I could go over to the right side, but this is the way I always did it. Didn't want a chance falling in the pit. So boom, there goes the left eye. Now we just have to deal with the nose, and looks like one more shot will do it. So let's get him. Oh, I missed. All right, that does it. And you'll notice the little spikes at the bottom blow up after you defeat the boss. So that's why when you fall down, you don't die. I guess that was a little thing that the designers did. Okay, so enough of Rangda Bangda. I give the designers credit for coming up with a creative boss, but they could have done better on that name, I think. That was Sigma's second stage, so let's keep going. Right back for stage 3. You can go back and play the other levels if you want. Like if you use up your sub-tanks, you can then go and refill them, or you can go get extra lives if you need them, but you know, there's really no need to do that in this video. Sigma Stage 3, and this one is full of the bosses from the previous Robot Masters. We've only fought 3 of them so far, and that means we still have to hit, I guess, 5 more of them, and this level's full of them. So here's Armored Armadillo. This time I'm going to use the Spark Shot the whole time, which is what he's weak against. Unfortunately, I've already managed to get hit once, whereas I didn't get hit at all the first time I played him. And then, see, once again I got hit, so not my best playthrough here. He's going to come off the walls again, and that'll do it. Oh, looks like I didn't get hit by that little shot because he was already dead. Funny how that works sometimes, isn't it? Alright, now the wall will blow up and we can move on. I don't really like the music in this level too much, but I guess it works. And yay, more power! There's some power up there, but now that I just got that drop, I don't need it. And oh, we're at another boss again. Looks like from that ceiling it's going to be Sting Chameleon. Unlike the first time I fought him, when the battle just dragged out because I was using the regular shot, I'm going to use the weapon he's weak against, which is Boomer Quanger's weapon. And I shoot it the wrong way at the start, so go me. This boomerang weapon is a little weird in terms of how you use it. Sometimes it will curl up, sometimes it'll curl down. If you shoot it when you're on the ground, it will curl up, and you see me using it to hit Sting Chameleon here. If you jump up in the air, the boomerang will curl down, so it's a little strange in how you use it. It doesn't go straight like you might expect. And you just sort of get in a rhythm here. Dash one way, throw the boomerang, dash the other way, throw the boomerang, and makes for a pretty easy boss fight. So that's 2 bosses down. Still got a couple more to go. Alright, let's go, X. More enemies, and I figure, well, while I'm here, let's get that weapon energy, but then I take a hit from the Mind Claw in the process. Now I'm going to get the weapon energy, but you see, when I jump, the weapon goes down, so I have to reposition myself to get it. This boss is going to be, what's his name? Spark Mandrill, so the electricity guy. And he's weak against ice, so let's use that. When you shoot him with ice, he gets frozen in place, so we'll freeze him again, and he tries to charge me, but freeze him, breaks out, freeze him again. Isn't this a fun fight? I generally don't like doing this because it's not too fair to the boss. I mean, it's kind of a cheap way of beating him. But, oh, right there, if you shoot him twice in succession, he won't get frozen, so I actually didn't time it right. I should have waited just a little bit longer to freeze him again, and he got free for a second, and you saw what he did. He dashed up and punched me in the face, and probably deservedly so for freezing him over and over again. Look, we've got more of those fish that like to eat you, and so you can probably guess who the next boss is going to be. That's right, it'll be Launch Octopus, but first the game is kind enough to give us a little extra power here. Oh, I thought that fish was going to eat me, but apparently not. This time we'll use the weapon he's weak against, which is the shield that you get from Armored Armadillo. I never liked this boss fight being here, because this is probably the hardest fight to do without getting hit. Launch Octopus just throws so many missiles at you, it's really hard to do the fight without taking some damage. Not that it's too hard to beat him, per se. I mean, you can beat him without too much trouble, but he will hit you. There, I do the trick shot, bounce off the wall with Armored Armadillo's weapon, and you saw I hit him the first time, but I missed the second time. So I was like, alright, from now on, I'm just gonna throw the shield at him. And oh, the shield just bounces around him there, unfortunately. Just one more hit, and I get him, but he hits me again at the end. The other thing you might notice is because I have the armor upgrade, I take a lot less damage when I get hit now compared to earlier in the game. I'm taking half damage compared to earlier, so that's a nice little feature. Makes the game a lot easier when you're taking half damage, like having an armor spell on at all times from Final Fantasy V, if you watch my videos for that. Alright, now up there you see there's some extra power, there's some extra weapons energy, and I was trying to get that here. I was going to try and pick that up, but this guy keeps getting in the way, and then these shots keep getting in the way, and then I'm trying to jump, and it keeps just hitting this thing, and it's like, alright, let's just move on. I'm not doing this right. I probably should have turned on the Sting Chameleon weapon and just dashed through this area. I've had more luck doing that in the past. So I ended up taking a lot of extra damage there for no real reason. Not my best there. If I were trying to make myself look good, I'd edit that out of this playthrough. Anyway, the last boss, the only one we haven't fought yet, is Flame Mammoth. So let's take him on. He is, of course, weak to Sperm Eagle's Tornado, so that's what I'm going to use here. I don't really have any need for the Tornado after this point, so I can just, shoot away. And yeah, that's it. He sure didn't do too much in that battle, did he? Just moved the conveyor belt back and forth a little bit and chucked some oil patches on the ground, neither of which did anything. So now we'll move on to the stage boss, but unfortunately I'm a little bit below full health. I'm maybe at about 2/3, and so that'll make this a little bit more difficult, but we'll see what happens. This boss is called the D-Rex, as opposed to T-Rex. It's a little moving car with two parts, so you see he'll come over and try to crush you against the wall, and he'll also, that top part will drop down and try to hit you. And of course, as the battle goes on, he moves faster and faster. So I'm doing pretty well here so far. Like right there, it looked like he was going to hit me, but he won't because that top will never come all the way down to the bottom. Can I get through? No. That was a mistake on my part. I thought I could make it through, and once again I thought I could make it through, but I didn't. So not the best there. It's probably better to get crushed up against the wall than take the hit from the top. And here, I was thinking, should I use a sub-tank? No, and now I've got almost no health left, so I was like, alright, I don't want to die here, I'll use a sub-tank. Really wish I had gone into this battle with full health, so I wouldn't have had to use one there. Now the boss, you can see, is moving much faster, and that's the way to avoid getting hit there. Just dash through the thing as opposed to dash jump through, as opposed to trying to land on the platform and then dash through. So now he's going to charge up his shot and try to get me, but nope, I've already finished off the boss, the D-Rex. So as it turned out, I didn't need the sub-tank there, but I did use one because I was afraid I was going to die. Bit of a shame there, since I didn't need it. I just wish I had gone into the boss fight with more health, so I didn't need it. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and we'll pick back up with the final part next time.